Hello, Earthlings. How are you all? How's everyone doing? So, today I'm here to share with you um, about a truly willed person. Okay? If you're following my channel since some time, by now you might have guessed whom I'm going to talk about by looking at the thumbnail. So, you can still give it a guess while listening to this.
ప్రేమలుకురే జన్మలలోనే నీవేసి ఉంటానులే జన్మలు దాటే ప్రేమను నీవే నీ వెల్లువవుతానులే ఆపైన నేనవుతానులే హిమములారాలి సుమములై పోతే ఋతువులై నవ్వి మధువులై పొంగు నీ ప్రేమ నా ప్రేమ నీ పేరే నా ప్రేమ శిథిలమైన మరచిపోకుమా విరహమైపోకుమా.
I'm going to talk about a lady who was born and brought up in Madras and later moved to Hyderabad along with her husband post her marriage. I believe it was in the year 1952-53. I know this lady since my birth. I knew her as a super fierce woman, yet had the potential to melt your heart with all the love in the world. Go-getter attitude, DIY, self-empowerment, nothing is impossible. Most of us, we are hearing these words. It has been trending since maybe 15-20 years, right? I saw her living up to these words till her last breath. Having said that, as she was born and brought up in Madras, she did study till her 5th standard in Tamil medium. Later on, for various reasons, she was not able to continue her studies. After moving to Hyderabad, she understood that she had to learn Telugu because it was a regional language. And let me tell you, how did she learn Telugu, She bought a book which says, "Learn Telugu through Tamil in 30 days." I couldn't have thought about it if it was in 1950s. So what I'm trying to say is, she was a truly willed person. If she wanted to do something, she would do it. She would not give any excuse, and she would actually put her heart out. So as she did study in Madras in Tamil medium, right? She knew how to read and write Tamil. And at the same time, she did not want to let it go just like that. So what she used to do to be in touch with that was, so whenever the husband and wife used to prepare the grocery list, she used to write she used to prepare the list in Tamil. So that's how she used to be in touch with Tamil literature. By the way, she was an amazing singer. Not just an amazing singer, but she also wanted to showcase her talent. So she, along with her husband, they went pillar to post to try out various music directors in the film industry for an opportunity. For various reasons, it did not work out. At the same time, not just reaching out for the opportunities, but she also believed in creating opportunities. Shall I tell you what she did? She purchased a National Panasonic tape recorder. I remember that. And she purchased a couple of cassettes. So she learned songs by play, pause and rewind method. Wrote lyrics by listening to it. It was in those days, guys, there was no internet, to get an instant help from the Google. So she listened to those songs. She wrote the lyrics, she played along, she sang along, and she practiced along. Till day we do have those recordings. She truly believed in idle man's brain is devil's workshop, so she did not want it to be idle. What they did was, with the support of her husband and son, they started a cultural association called Kartikeya Cultural Association, which was a group of people who were having similar interests and like-minded people were there as part of this group from the neighborhood. And so what it means from, if I see from my side, is she not just only created opportunity for herself but also gave opportunity for the people who were having similar interests and likes. So they did perform in Ravindra Bharati across many stage platforms. They did performed in All India Radio as well. It was by then, I think, around 1980s, early 1980s, 1983 around. I was born. Yay! I was talking about my grandmother, my appa's mom. Let us check few clicks from those performances. This is under Kartikeya Cultural Association, and the last picture that I have put is in the assembly while she performed. I remember each and every moment that I spent with her. Coming from a traditional and moderately conservative family, I would say it's not possible to think ahead of 20 generations. It's not a joke for me, that too without guidance. Amazing lady, I have never ever seen. And when I was around 4 years old, and when I used to go cranky to sleep in the afternoon, which most of the kids do, what she used to do with me was, she used to ask me to count from 100 to 1. And then I slowly used to slip into the sleep. And when I browse now how to get sleep, these are the tips that are available on the internet. I don't know how could she think of these things 35 years before, and where did she have this knowledge, or where did she get to know, or was it her own tip or trick? God knows. Another interesting thing was, while I was in class 6 and above, to motivate me to do the exercises, she used to jog with me. She used to compete with me in running. She used to dance with me. She used to do rope exercises with me. Few clicks me with my grandmother. Look at those poses, earthlings. And this one, the sneak peek of her. I told you right. She used to compete with me, and this was a candid click. So whenever I used to give dance performances, she used to design costume for my performances. She used to accompany me in Tala while I was giving Veena performances. The background music that you hear is a bit composed by me, and that is she along with me while I was performing. She was very fond of gardening as well. Look at those flowers from our garden, guys. We had a coconut tree as well. See, that's the capture. Another interesting thing about her was, whenever we have this electrical or plumbing work, we used to call electricians or plumbers. What she used to do was, she used to keenly observe what they are doing, what the problem was, and memorize what they did. So the next time, whenever we had such issues, she used to fix it. I mean, almost 60-year-old woman who has the passion to learn new things all the time till her last breath is just amazes me. And nothing less to talk about her culinary and cooking skills. I don't know how to do this. I cannot fix this. I don't have any opportunity. I don't have a chance. I'm too old to learn new things. Whenever I run into these thoughts, I just remember my grandmother, who did all and above with limitations and with very limited resources available at that time. I'm talking about a time where we did not have um internet or any such resources that we have a luxury to use now. It was during 1950s, 1970s or early 1980s period. So if a woman who just studied 5th standard in another language, regional language, could do wonders and create opportunity for herself and have had the potential to create opportunities for someone else as well in her own capacity, what wonders we could do. Mrs. Jayalakshmi Srinivasamurthy, my grandmother, has inspired me a lot. I hope she has inspired you too. Let me know in the comment section. And you know what? I still feel like there are hundreds of things that I'm not able to share at this point of time because I don't want to brag about like my grandmother, but truly I'm proud of her. That I'm granddaughter of Mrs. Jayalakshmi Srinivasamurthy. And yeah, if you like this video, do subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up and share your thoughts. And how did you feel about this video? If you have an influential person in your life, do let me know. I'll be very glad to know about them. Stay tuned for another video. Till then, yours truly, San.
కౌగిలిలో తల దాచి నీ చేతులలో కనుమూసి జన్మ జన్మకు జతగా మసలే వరమే నన్ను పొందని నీ కౌగిలిలో తల దాచి చల్లగా తాకే పాల వెన్నెల నా మనసేదో వివరించు అల్లరి చేసే ఔపిరుగాలి నా కోరికలే వినిపించు నా కోవెలలో స్వామివి నీవే వలపే దివ్యగా వెలిగించు నీ కౌగిలిలో